Mr. Esther Wells.
Good afternoon, Council President Fani Gonzalez, council members, and community members. My name is Esther Wells, and I'm here in strong opposition to Bill 29-26, the Community Trust in County Employees Act. As an immigrant, I understand that true community trust comes from safe neighborhoods and fully staffed public safety departments. I would note that the only immigrant on this council, Council President Fani Gonzalez herself, a former undocumented immigrant, is not a co-sponsor of this bill. That should tell us that the debate is not about being pro-immigrant or anti-immigrant. It is about whether this legislation is good policy for Montgomery County. Last month, I testified in strong opposition to Bill 18-26 because it creates an unwarranted and an extensive screening process for formal federal law enforcement officers. Today, I testify in strong opposition to Bill 29-26 because it effectively prohibits hiring many of those same applicants altogether. If someone is unfit for employment, why create a screening process? And if a screening process can identify qualified candidates, why impose a blanket ban? These two bills are inconsistent, incoherent, and suggest that this council has not thought through the practical consequences of its own policies. I am also troubled by the lack of transparency and availability of fiscal and economic impact statements, climate assessment, racial equity, and social justice impact statements for this bill. Residents are being asked to comment on a bill without being given the necessary information to fully understand what the costs, risks, and consequences will be to implement, administer, and defend these new hiring restrictions. Financially, Montgomery County is in an affordability crisis. Taxpayers are saying it's too expensive to live here. And here's why. Last month, this council approved our current year FY 2027 operating budget of $7.9 billion. Collectively, this council voted to eliminate our $692 homeowners tax credit, rated our county reserves down to bare minimum, broke their promise of a one-time $25 million raid on our OPEB retirement trust by turning it into a two-time habit, voted to forego $16 million of matching state grant funds desperately needed to fix our schools' HVAC and mold problems, and created a structural deficit of over $290 million, which will require another tax hike next year of 11%. When discussions occur with CASA, labor unions, or other stakeholders, those conversations should be conducted publicly and on the record. We cannot govern from fear. Fear always demands one more restriction, one more exclusion, and one more group to blame. Where does it end? What needs to be in place before these demands are finally satisfied? In summary, I urge you to release the missing impact statements, hold all stakeholder discussions in public view, protect our merit-based civil service system, stop playing politics with public safety, and vote no on Bill 29-26. Thank you for your time and consideration.